Adam, what do you take out of that today?
I take out of it that we've got a fair way to go before we're one of the better teams in the competition. I don't think we coped with their pressure. Not that their pressure was numbers-wise high, but I felt like the impact that they had with it caused us to panic at times. At times we were too slow to get rid of the ball. So it was a really good lesson for our guys. A few of them haven't played on the MCG before, let alone against the best team in the comp or one of currently. So that's a really good lesson for our guys. We need to make sure we learn it and move forward. And there's no point getting the lesson and not doing something about it. So that'll be our plans. We had a young team in today. The youngest in the league this round through games. So it was always going to be a challenge against the Pies, but I was pretty disappointed with the way. I thought we'd be a little better than what we showed today. I thought, as I said, we didn't handle the pressure. I didn't think we used the ball. I think we panicked. We didn't defend to the level that we expect, particularly in the back half. And you sort of get what you deserve a little bit.
How disappointed are you? You use that word disappointed then. You look at your first 2 months and you've been in almost every game, won 3. This is your biggest loss by far. How disappointed are you today?
I'm disappointed with the game today. I'm not disappointed with our season. I think we've been competitive, as you said, in all games. We've had an opportunity to win. We've just, at different points in time during those games, let the opposition momentum capitalise a little bit too much. Today, we just couldn't rein it back from, almost from the start. It felt. I thought they were far more explosive than us, able to win the ball and then spread. We couldn't deal with that, and when we won it, they just closed us down, and we didn't cope. So I'm really disappointed. I felt like we're a better team than what we showed today. But what I think is almost irrelevant at this point in time. It's what we do, and we didn't do it well enough.
When you talk about not being disappointed with the season, what were the expectations? Why aren't you disappointed with Federer being involved?
Because I think when you look at the experience of our list, let alone the team that we put out today and in previous weeks, I think people underrate experience. I think when you're a more experienced team, there's a few different things. You're able to cope with opposition pressure better and make better decisions. But you also, because you've been there before a number of times, you're also able to then stabilise when you've lost momentum. It's a little bit easier. And right now we know, obviously we're learning a different way to play with a new group of players, and we're having some challenges along the way. But I feel like for the most part we've been able to fight our way through that. Today we didn't, and that's what disappoints me the most out of today.
Was the tackle count a pretty disappointing aspect as well, being 29 to 63 in the end?
Yeah. Well, I think when the game was up for grabs in the second quarter, we had 3 tackles. So we're better than that.
Yeah.
But we weren't today. So to me, that's an issue that we need to address. We got a lesson. We need to do something about it.
There's also, I guess, there was that sort of half-hour period that straddled the second and third quarter where you actually did manage to sort of put the brakes on them a bit, but you just weren't able to score yourselves. Is that, I guess, an aspect of the game you can improve on?
Absolutely,
yeah.
And that's what the best teams teach us, don't they? When you haven't got the momentum of the game, you're still able to restrict scores. And Collingwood do it as good as any team in the comp at the moment. And so, yeah, you're right. We had, at stages throughout the game, momentum. We had opportunities to score, and it felt like we panicked a little bit up in front of goals. I mean, we kicked, I think, 2 goals 10 from general play, which tells us that we're not as composed as what we should be.
I mean, how many of the sort of top lines are you hoping to get back the next week or two? And obviously, guys like Toby Green, possibly Phil Davis and Lockie Key for these guys.
Yeah, so a couple of those boys played in the VFL today, and have. Well, Lockie was first game back, Phil's second game back, so that's promising. Toby, we're expecting to get back next week, but he'll have to get through training next week. Sam Taylor's still a fair way away, so. that's just what we've got at the moment. So, you know, we're better than what we showed today, and we need to prove that. Got a big game next week against the Saints. They obviously had it felt like a similar result, even though I didn't see the game, a similar result in terms of margin. So they'll be hungry. We need to be hungrier.
How close was Toby today? Because I think he was named, but then just was taken out.
Yeah, well, we had to submit a squad prior to main training session, which was always difficult. So we felt like he was going to get up, but he had to get through training. He didn't, so we withdrew him from the squad.
Just on Braden Preuss, we haven't seen him yet. How close is he to playing?
Yeah, he's still a little while away. He's obviously shoulder surgery, and he's a little bit sore at the moment through his shins. So not sure the timeline on him. I don't think it's severe, but it's still a couple of weeks away, I would think.
Who do you see as your number one ruckman? Mason Cox had a pretty big day today.
Yeah, he did.
It's been a talking point for a couple of years about the ruck stock. So who is the number one man here?
Well, I don't know is the short answer. I haven't seen Prusy play yet. He hasn't played a game for us. Played a practice match, but that was it. Flinny's been pretty good. He's probably lowered his colours the last 2 weeks. In fact, he has. Let's not probably about it. And Kieran Briggs has been. He had a really strong game in the VFL today, and he's been building, but he's missed some footy in the early part as well. So it's a little hard for me to know right at this moment. It's when all three are fit, back playing, then we'll be able to assess equally. Nick Madden come in as an academy boy that we just drafted. He played his first game today. He's a big ruckman as well. So yeah, it's an interesting. It'll be an interesting discussion, as I said, when all those boys are up, fit and playing together.
Is Leclerc far away?
Lec will probably be a week or two, I would think.
Just on Nick Dacos, I mean, there's so much intrigue about him week to week. We've seen two taggers go to him in the last fortnight. You probably didn't give him too much attention to that. What was he thinking?
Well, we tried to. We just didn't get it done. And, we had Xavier O'Halloran trying to really manage his impact on the game and then looking to be a little bit dangerous when we had the ball. There was a couple of things. They were able to really convincingly beat us around the contest with a bit of time and space. We didn't pressure anywhere near to the level that we have or needed to, which allowed them a little bit of time to make a decision, and he got involved in those chains. But we didn't really look dangerous with the ball either. I thought we played a little bit too safe at times, which it's hard to exploit those sort of players when you're playing like that. So, he clearly had an impact on the game. We weren't able to stop it. Well done to him.
Any injury concerns? I think Haynes and Whitfield come up around at various stages. Is everyone all right, as you know?
Yeah. I think we're clean in terms of health. A couple of bumps, but not too many. Thanks, guys.